First of all, for anyone who's not aware or doesn't totally understand, what is inflammation? What is that doing to your body?
Yeah.
Why is it important to have medicinal foods and avoid inflammatory foods?
Yeah. Well, Jay, inflammation is something that now is being understood to be at the root cause of almost all chronic illnesses and aging itself. You don't know if you have inflammation, right? You have a sore throat, you get an infected finger from a splinter, you sprain your ankle, those are signs of inflammation.
Reflux.
Yeah, those are signs of inflammation. But there's another kind of inflammation that's a little more silent. And we can measure that through blood tests like C-reactive protein, which we do through Function Health. And the amount of people who are inflamed is just so massive because of our diet. And so that creates this elevation in these molecules in our body called cytokines. And from COVID, everybody heard about the cytokine storm. What killed people was this overwhelming inflammation. And why did Americans die at a far greater rate? So we are 4% of the population, but 16% of the deaths and cases of COVID in the world. So 4 times what we should have been. It wasn't because we didn't have access to medical care or we didn't have good doctors. It's because we're all pre-inflamed. We're all metabolic and healthy. And the worst kind of inflammation is that comes from your belly fat. So I just saw a guy a couple of days ago who was 52 years old and looked pretty healthy, but he had like a little gut on him, like not big, and he had 32% body fat in his belly. And that visceral fat is like a incubator for inflammation. It's basically a fire in your belly. And that visceral fat causes heart attacks, strokes, cancer, obviously diabetes. And that he had a blockage, a 90% blockage in his heart. And it was because he had this inflamed, silent killer inside of him. And so it's not just the inflammation that by getting a sore throat, it's the quiet inflammation that you don't know you have.